Hey everybody, Marcus Crawford here with the Idaho Quadcopter channel. Hey, I can't believe it. It's finally arrived. 3 months and about 2 weeks, not quite 2 weeks after I ordered it. What showed up on my doorstep today? But the Hubsan Zino Mini Pro. Yeah, I just thought I'd show you guys how this thing looks when it shows up. The box is pretty beat up and it's got a big wad of a packing slip here like you've never seen. And you can see this box has been opened and resealed a few times. But I'm not big on unboxings, but because this thing is so anticipated, I thought I would take the opportunity and, you know, kind of the way it showed up and just show you guys how it's going to look, and we'll take a look at this together. So give me a second here and we'll get this thing opened up. Okay, let's go ahead and slice this baby open. Man, there are so many layers of tape on the top of this box. It's unbelievable. There's got to be, man, I'm going to say 5 or 6, if not more, layers of tape on the top of this box. And I was so excited there. What I did was exactly what you don't do. You never want to pull a blade towards you. You want to push it away, and I broke that rule just then. Okay, here it is. It looks like it's got plenty of cushion on the inside. Wow, I'm going to say they did a pretty good job of packing it. Yeah, this is great. As you can see, the box, inside the box, is in perfect condition. So good for Hubsan. I mean, they used a lot of dunnage here to get the thing packed correctly. Okay, so here's the box. It's pretty simple. You can see there it just basically says it's the Zino Mini Pro. If I flip to the other side here, it's got this indicator here. It says special giveaway. And I believe, it looks to me like that's a code to get your Hubsan Care, you know, whatever that is. I'm not even exactly sure the parameters of Hubsan Care and exactly what that means. But in any case, it does mention, of course, 249 grams. Usual warnings on this side. I noticed on this side that it does. On this label, it is saying that what I ordered is the 2-battery version, 120 gigabytes of internal memory. So, you know, pretty conventional looking box here. Nothing particularly that stands out there. Oh, it does mention that this, I got the one with the travel bag at the top. So let's get the cellophane off and get this open. Okay, let's open it up here. And pretty simple. There's no seal on the top of the box. Pops right open, and usual plastic bag. So I'm gonna have to say this looks good. You've got the Hubsan logo on the bag here. Looks like you have a front pouch here. Let's see if there's anything in there, in that front pouch. And there is nothing there. So, but I mean, those front pouches, that's where you would keep documentation, spare propellers, that sort of thing. You got the little Zino Mini tag here, but you know, this bag is small and pretty lightweight, so obviously it's a lightweight drone. Let's open it up here. So there you are at the very top, the little Zino Mini Pro itself. So let's just pull things out one at a time here. There's the little drone. You know, you can't make a lot of judgments right off the bat, but you know, it feels like a pretty high quality piece. I see it's got the cage on there, whatever you want to call it. It's kind of a cage that you put on there when you're doing updates, etc., so it can still get airflow to the bottom. And they even said you could fly with that for long flights, and I think that's so you don't burn yourself. I suspect they were afraid people touching those heat sinks would burn themselves. And I've had drones that get awful hot on the bottom. And then of course there's the gimbal cover and the arms. It does have one battery installed. You know, attractive little drone. And I'm assuming that was probably on the props. You know, your usual little foam pieces. I won't pull that out, but it's a charge block. Here is my second battery. Right there. Underneath this is what Hubsan calls the charge manager, and the batteries are going to fit on like so. So I've only got 2 batteries, so I'll only charge 2 at a time, but it looks like you can charge 4 at a time on this guy. And I will say micro USB port there, USB-A there, and then a regular charge port here. I'm not exactly sure what that's for. We'll have to follow up on that. In the front pocket here, you've got documentation. The usual. This is USB-A to micro USB on a 90-degree. Couple of thumb gimbal sticks. You know, all the usual cables. I'm not going to bore you with that stuff. And a screwdriver. Kind of interesting how they did this. So I don't know. Hopefully you can see this. To get to the controller, yeah, there's just no easy way. So you're gonna have to pull out all those other dividers to get to the controller. So let me do that real quick. Yeah, so I got the controller out of there, and this is, you know, this is anybody that's flown Hubsan drones before is very familiar with this controller, and I've always liked it. I know some people don't like the mobile device down below, but in this case, the way this works is it really does leave everything open for you to touch the touch screen, etc. So I like that one. Yeah, there is some. I don't know if you can see them under there. Some gimbal sticks. So you do have an extra set of gimbal sticks. But what I wanted to show you is this is not a very elegant solution. You know, you're gonna have to get the controller in there first and then put all those dividers together. That's a little bit clumsy. Hey, okay, one of the things that what we ought to do is to weigh this guy. So here's the drone, and you can see I've taken the gimbal cover off, but I've left the cage, the heatsink cage, I guess you'd call it, whatever they want to call that, on the bottom. And let's set it on here. And it comes in precisely at 250 grams, and obviously that is with battery. Let me pull the little cage off. Okay, now let's weigh it with the cage off, and it comes in at 245 grams. So it looks like you're legal with this guy on or off, and you know, by my powers of deduction, we can say this guy weighs 5 grams. So anyway, there it is. It is definitely a sub 250 gram drone. Hey, okay, let's take a quick look at the drone itself. And what we're seeing on the bottom of the drone here is there is the LED light. Here is the optical flow sensor, and these two here are the infrared time of flight sensors to tell a distance from the ground. This optical flow tells the drone if it's moving, etc. And the light is to assist the drone in low light situations to be able to see the ground. Then the OA sensors that this drone is famous for. This is the back, and you can see those 2 obstacle avoidance sensors on the back. Then on the front here, obviously the 3-axis gimbal there, and the 2 forward-looking obstacle avoidance sensors. And then with regard to the props, typical props like we would see on these mini drones, they kind of have that Zino shape to them, and they use a separate bladed screw-in props, and I'm sure that's for lightweight. So also I just noticed the sticker on the side of the drone here. What that is warning you of is that this is not an SD card slot, so don't try and stick an SD card in there, you're going to lose it. That little hole right there is the pairing button, so if your controller is not paired to the drone, that's what you use to get it paired up. Okay, so here it is, the Zino Mini Pro. Yeah, so looking forward to getting it out for its first flight, and I'm going to try and do that today if I can, but I better get going and get the controller and the batteries charged up. But yeah, I'm hoping I'm going to do my my usual and try and get this guy out to the Snake River Canyon for his first flight. We'll just take it up and we'll send it out over the canyon, and we'll just see how it does. So yeah, all right. This is Marcus Crawford with the Idaho Quadcopter channel out. And if you like this kind of content, please consider subscribing to my channel. Most of all, I appreciate you taking the time to look at this video. And of course, we'll see you on the next one. And that next one should be flying this Zino Mini Pro. See you guys later.